12 or 11 or 12 participants who are with us. And I think you have this, Leher, we have given the schedule to them.
Yes, sir.
Do they have
Schedule is
the
available.
entire?
Yes, sir.
So you have the entire schedule, you know that when we have our sessions, the interactive session and the session when we have material. But apart from the session which we are taking, BU during this course of 4 months, interactive program with us, we are planning to add some more panel discussions in between, and most of the panel discussion we will be having sometime on, definitely keeping in mind your availability on Saturday and Sunday, so that we have interaction not only with the faculty which is going to interact with you on and off, and but other faculty, so that you can have a better social support network, which is one of the very essential components over here. So keep in that mind. Now I can see Rakesh is over here. Maybe he's eager to come and start speaking. And let me tell you from my side, I will, after Rakesh will speak for 10-15 minutes, whatever you want to take, then I will take you to the journey of the module number 1 through my PowerPoint, and with some interaction, and then I will let you know what I expect from you. So my own you must be having expectation from us, definitely, from Belen, from the faculty. And similarly, we also have the expectation which Rakesh may like to talk either today or tomorrow, those expectations. But during my session, little expectation which I will discuss with you. And but I just want to let you know, because I have another back-to-back session, you know, already long back committed. So I will be with you till 7:45, okay? Because then other session I have to join, immediately switch to that session also. So I'm with you 7. I will try to complete everything which I planned to discuss today. If something left, we will see how we will manage it. We will work on. We will not deprive you from that. That will not be, no way we will compromise, okay, with the quality, whatever we are giving it. And you can put the question during this also, after also. So let me quickly hand over to Rakesh now. Rakesh.
Thank you, Dr. Chadha. Very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hi, everyone. Good evening, and great to be here around this screen with all of you. And this is the first cohort for the well-being coaching, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, with the faculty what we have, and Dr. Chadha already started, and you heard him, we are going to have some exciting time. So let me share a brief presentation with you. So here we go. Great. So there are, you know, often some questions which come to our mind, and I really appreciate your commitment. And you know, the biggest commitment today is that you have decided to put 60 hours of yours. And a big question which comes to mind is, what is going to be the value add? How am I, and how would my people with whom, you know, I'm consulting with, you know, how are they going to get benefited? Why am I going to be here for all these days? The program is going to last for 4 months. You have already gone through the content, I believe. And most importantly, who all are in the board? So your colleagues in the program, you know, your participants who are there, and also the faculty who's going to take care of these sessions, you know, these 60 hours with you. Well, I would say that, you know, as we go by, we'll try to put together an interesting picture for you, that you get a good view of these hours in the first session, which is today, and then tomorrow again. Now, this is a journey, you know, and the journey starts with our well-being. I'm sure that by participating in this program, you yourself get benefited, you know, with a good input for yourself on your own self well-being. And definitely, you know, a healthy body and healthy mind leads to productivity, growth, joy in life. And at Vellum, it has a small story about it, and that started about 4 years back.
Discúlpame, que tengo un tren, pero me dice, yo te respondo.
Sorry.
¿Cómo? Perdóname.
I would request if you can kindly mute your mic, that will be great. So the story started 4 years back. In fact, I've been in the corporate world. I've been leading large multi-billion-dollar companies around the world, and I was quite stressed. And I had all the gifts of the stress, what one could have. I'm diabetic for 32 years, and I decided to put myself into a very interesting place called Lifeline Wellness Institute. And first time in my life, somebody told that you stop taking your medication, which was going worse. It was going all the way north, you know, in terms of the number of pills what I was popping in. And in 20 days time, I could get rid of them. And today also my medication level is much less. And one thing what I learned over there was very, very powerful and which really impacted me. And that thing was that our body is super, super, super duper intelligent. It knows how to heal by itself, provided we give it the right environment. And I also learned that the root cause of various psychosomatic or psychocardiosomatic, psychometabolic issues, they all result from anxiety and depression. Starting with anxiety, and then, you know, it manifests itself into many ways. And as a thought, it developed into Vellum. And at Vellum, what we are doing is that we are going via scientifically proven research, which is available today in tens of thousands of research papers are available, that how nature can impact the lives of individuals and how to imbibe that nature into the normal practices. For example, out here, I understand that they are psychologists, they are doctors, they are naturopaths. So whatever you're doing, but here, how can you infuse the power of nature, which really empowers ourselves to heal, and that healing takes place via simple and most powerful strength what we have within our own selves. And that's a very important aspect, which you will realize that, you know, could be a great takeaway from these 60 hours of your investment into this program. So in Vellum, we do it through tech-enabled, scientifically proven proactive practices, which are backed by nature, the science of nature. And that's the way, that's the route that we have chosen to bring joy and growth in people's life. And at the organization level, you know, where I've spent 4 decades, I understand that how does it impact the productivity and growth and profitability of the companies as well. Now, this is how we all have evolved. And the guy in the front, which is us, has a very interesting gadget in the hand. We all recognize that. And that has led to the issues, what I've been talking about, and what I understand that today in India, there are 94 million people who are suffering as per WHO. And I believe this number is only understated, it would be more. So we have, what I understand as a combination of all the issues, what we having, the mental related issues, is almost 14% of our population is under that grip, which has been catapulted, you know, in last few years. What has gone behind, you know, us, hopefully. And that is a starting point, and that results into chronic lifestyle disorders, what we call diabetes and blood pressures and sleep issues and PCODs and thyroids and cardiac issues of the world. But the starting point is, I believe, is anxiety, and the people around this conference in this program, they know it very well. And of course, this leads to a devastating impact on our lives, on our health, on our financial aspects, you know. So if I may say that the purpose of this program is to give you an added tool in terms of how to help people fight the issues which have not emerged as yet, but try to nip in the bud in terms of handling the anxiety with whatever you have with you right now, but add another important aspect in your plan, in your coaching plan, in your consulting, or whatever you're doing. So what this whole program in essence can give you, or the takeaways could be the integrate nature in your practice, coaching skills to sustain behavioral changes amongst the clients. So the knowledge without actionism. So how to knowledge what people get from you and get from various sources today, how do we come into concrete action for the behavioral change? What else can we take, in that direction? And with that, we also have, sessions which can help you step by step to scale up your business or your consulting, or if you are tagged to an organization, that how can you be more impactful in that organization? Of course, as I mentioned that we are talking about the science of nature, we have some very interesting tools which have been developed in the process, both for the how are we taking care of ourselves, and also how on the psychometric test, and also certain physical tests, and that can also be an added added points in your consulting, and you can use them in a very effective manner and in a very easy manner because of technology, that they're all supported by technology, they're all digital tools. And of course, the fifth one is that how can you have your mobile office in your hand? How can you get more efficiency in what you're doing? And how can you get more flexibility in terms of whatever you're doing, you can do it better and with less anxiety as well, So you can get your own mobile office in your hand wherever you go. Your stuff can go out there, and you can handle the things in a much more effective manner. Of course, this course, we have joined hands with Lifeline Wellness Center in US. They are in Knoxville, near Chicago, and this is conducted jointly by us. So the chairman of Lifeline Wellness Institute, Raman, would also be joining us, and he'll be talking on the science of nature, which is an important part of this program. So you get the certification from WellM and Lifeline Wellness Institute. Now, tomorrow, I will be back again, and we are going to spend good amount of time starting at 6:30 tomorrow in the evening. And out there, we would also have, some interesting session around to understand what your expectations are from the program, what really you expect, and there could be certain blind spots which you would like to keep in consideration. And that will be a very good guide to the faculty. Also, your expectations from the faculty. What exactly you're looking for? What could be, and this we will keep a continuous engagement on these aspects, so that we can navigate the program so that it's a best fit amongst the faculty and the people who are participating in the program. And third, also very important, is that what is the faculty expectations from you? So my suggestion is that if you can think on these 3 bullets, and if you can maybe jot down your points in mind or on a piece of paper or on your mobile, I would request that tomorrow when we meet together, we have kind of a group discussion on these, and we will jot it down so that this program is pretty well gelled, so that the mutual expectations are set in a good place. So balance, I would say that I'll not take more time. Dr. Chadha has to leave by 7:55, as he mentioned, and then you can if you have any questions, for sure we will be creating a WhatsApp group for you, and you can also post those questions out there. We can we'll have a look at them and we'll come back with the answers or whatever. So it is a place where we would like to co-create the whole program and see how to get the best out of it. And this being the first program, there'll be a lot of mutual learning as well between you and the faculty. So with this, I would like to hand over to Dr. Chadha. I think out here, he doesn't need any introduction, but he's a top psychologist of the country, very decorated, with various awards, and written many books, many research papers. Many PhD students, have benefited his, the leadership. So, Dr. Chadha, back to you, and guys, we'll see you tomorrow when we'll spend some good amount of time in understanding about the program, and the sessions will start from the next week then. So I'll stop sharing and hand it over to Dr. Chadha.
Thank you, Rakesh, for giving a introduction. I think this will be beneficial to the participant during our journey for next 4 months. Not only 4 months, formally program will be ending after 4 months, but our journey will continue after that also. That psychological conduct will stay with you. As we are starting with the journey, I would like to remind you with our tagline, and I will expect that each one of you should just say once the tagline to yourself, remind yourself. Our tagline is happier mind, healthier you. And I will keep on reminding you during my presentations also. And let me tell you, when Rakesh was talking, just I was reflecting what he was talking, then I recollected about my life journey. I think let me start with my life journey. Till 2016, I was professor head psychology department of Delhi University, one of the prestigious university of the country. And if I recollect my own life, which I can recollect from the age of 3 onward, definitely I can't recollect things at the age of 1, 2. 3 onward, vividly I can remember things, how it happens. And today my age is 71. Okay, that's my journey of about 67 years, which I recollect. If I recollect and start calculating how much money I've spent by this time on my health for medicine, believe me, with honesty, I'm telling you, I don't think I spent more than 10,000 rupees altogether. It may be higher side, I'm telling you, in the 67 years of my life journey on any kind of medicine. And I think I'm doing very, very well as for my health. If I can remain without hooking to the dependent on the medicine, that means there is something in my thought process, in my behavior, which make me active till today, which give me energy. And I wish that all the participants of this cohort 1, you are fortunate, you are the leader, basically you are the leader, you are the member of the cohort 1, you will be leading now. And that reason, Rakesh says your feedback will be very important, your expectation will be very important. Many of your expectations will try to fulfill, but some of your expectations may not be fulfilling at this moment, but gradually over the period, we will definitely see that we can come to your expectations. So go with us, start with the journey, and then definitely when you start practicing yourself, having your own setup to practice, your own practice, or you can join the Vellum also, because we have a proposal also, which at the end we will put in front of your case, where you can be loved if you can join. Many of the things me or my colleagues which are going to talk to you over this period of time, couple of things you may be aware. I'm not saying something we are giving something absolutely new, which you're not aware, but two things may be new, but if it's not new, for some of you, you have already learned your master's program or graduation program, whatever qualification you are coming, joining this, that our session might be a reminder to you. Okay, again, okay, this is things, start working on this, With this, it just give me a moment time. Let me bring my presentation in front of you. And another thing, please let's make this an active session. When I say active session, I don't want my participant to be a passive listener. I want my participant to be an active listener. How it's possible? I know it's absolutely possible with the offline session, but this is online session, but it's possible online session also. That's through the, either you can unmute or put the question to me in between wherever you want, or better would be, I will keep my chat section open, so you can put the question. I will try to pick, while during my talk, during my presentation, I will try to pick up the question from the chat. So I will try to pick each and every question, but some question I may miss, I'm not saying I will not, I can miss, while talking, like that question gets skipped, but that will give me motivation. In fact, that will give me motivation. I'm selfish in the sense that I also want to have a kick from you, a motivator. You should act as a motivator. When your question will come, then I will find that give me enough satisfaction to tell that my participants are not sleeping, they are awake, they are alert, they are watching me, they are listening me only. Okay, so not giving me, that way you will not giving me any opportunity to me to go away from the right point. Okay, with this, just give me a moment. Let me bring my PowerPoint. Can you see? I think you can see, right?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Let me also have my chat also open on one side. Yes, please. Okay. So what I will be talking today, basically, I'm just I try to give you a very global picture. That is human behavior, health and illness, how behavior related with the health parameters. Then I will be doing, in between, I will be doing little activity also, 10-15 minutes activity with you, so that keeps you motivating with the program and the session. And also, I also got, as I said earlier, I also got motivated with you. Let's begin with my slides, So first of all, keep in mind behavior as the foundation of health. This is the motto in front of Vellum. In fact, so despite an increase in per capita healthcare spending, chronic diseases continue to be the result of poor health behavior. This is not, I'm saying, across the globe, there's a lot of research which indicates that human behavior is the final pathway for the application of nearly every advance in medicine. And controlling this behavior, there are 5 health-related behaviors, which are key factors. That is, no smoking, regular physical activity, limited alcohol consumption, body weight, and sufficient sleep. So, need to control behavior which lead to the better health parameters. If we think over this 5 variables, which I just given in front of you based on the empirical findings are, again, I'm repeating it, smoking, no smoking, regular physical activity, limited alcohol consumption, body weight, and sufficient sleep. An example of behavior as the root cause for chronic illnesses are the phone use. not saying that for this mobile phone not important. It's important. It's a part of your life. It becomes, absolutely inseparable, part of your life. Lack of sleep, increase in anxiety and depression, weakened immune system, and obesity and type 2 diabetes. So these are the examples of the basic root cause for the illnesses. And for this, the factor which impact, there are three factors which impact the behavior, health, and illnesses. These factors are individual factors, environmental factors, culture, and social factors. Individual factor, when we talk, in after two slides, I will stress more on the individual factors. Individual, I will show you why it's so important, In today's world, people have more information than they can process. And when making decisions, many choose the quickest and the easiest solution. For the information which is available, the biological, psychological, and social vulnerability of human beings impact the needs they have and how they choose to fulfill them, what mechanism they adopt. So the individual factors play a very, very significant role in impacting our behavior, our health, and our illnesses. The environmental factors, second set of factors has been clustered through the factor analytic techniques, are the environmental factor, that is the structure of our environment shapes our behavior and our health. It's difficult to expect people who live in food deserts and don't have access to nutritious food to eat more fresh fruit and vegetables, or to ask people to engage in telehealth without internet access or tools, which is available in abundance around us. The impact of climate change on people, there's a lot of debate, international debate is going on this, and we have seen the impact of the climate changes on our health, very well. It's not only scientific evidence behind it, which is there scientific evidence, but it's a observation basis also. You can see around how shifted the environment, climate has affected the well-being and our impact over lifelong. Yes, one side one can say the life expectancy has increased manifold. Back in India in 1947, you must be aware that 1947, when India got the independence, the average life expectancy in India was 32 years and 7 months only. But by the 2011 census, because we don't have the figure for 2021 census yet available with the data has been collected, but still information not in the public domain yet. And the life expectancy in 2011 has increased in this 60 years, approximately time 47 to 2011. The life expectancy have moved to 63.8 years. So from 31.8 year average life expectancy, we have moved to 63.8. So it's almost double the life expectancy have moved, increased. But if you compare with the Western world and the European world or the Asian country like Japan, the life expectancy is somewhere about 86 years. So still, that is the reason the World Health Organization has classified the aging process into three parts. They call it young old, old, old. And young old, 60 to 70 is a classification for the young old. So 60 to 70 years of age is a young old age. So, and 70 to 80 is a old, and 80 plus is a old. This is the kind of classification. And India, the data which I've just shared with you, 63 pointer, India fall basically in the young old category. It's not moved to the old category yet. It takes time. So the environmental factors play a very influential role over there. Then the third set of factors are the culture and social factors. That is, our modern culture and lifestyle choices default to unhealthy behavior. We are conditioned to seek instant gratification that is fueled by our technology. It's technology addict. dependencies going on the technology too. Although no, a return to old habits and tradition as well as way of life is being fitness. Some of you, please, I will love if you can just mute yourself so the noise can be minimized. Okay, the third set of factors. So these three factors, individual factor, environmental factor, and the social, culture and social factors are impacting the our behavior, which we behavior scientists try to talk about it, and health and well-being of the person. Let me remind you our slogan once more. That is, as I started repeating, I was repeating this so that it remains with you. It becomes part and parcel of your life. Happier mind and healthier you. Okay. Now, stress is the most fundamental, basic, which we experience. Stress is defined as the circumstances that threaten or are perceived to threaten one's well-being and that thereby tax one's coping ability. In my mind, in simple terms, I call it stress is nothing but the relationship between, in psychology we call it stimulus, S and R response. It's a relationship between S and R. S is stimulus and response you're giving. For example, I'm asking, let's say very simple example. I'm asking a simple question to you. And that question is nothing but that's a stimulus I'm giving you. If you know the answer, if I'm saying, I'm asking this question, but I'm going to evaluate you based on this in your journey. So I've tried to create an artificial stress in you. And so stimulus, without saying it's going to be evaluated, you will be evaluated in one side, other side I'm saying you will be evaluated. So both makes a difference over there. The excitement to score, excitement to do well, so that at the end, successfully complete the journey. So your response that you are giving, that's nothing but the response. The answer you are giving, that's nothing but the response. So that's why I say S. So whenever S expect you to give more effort on your physical and mental side to respond to the stimulus, and this is beyond your capacity and ability. It's threatening your capacity and ability. It's threatening your skills. It becomes stress, basically. Okay, so cumulative nature of stress, that is minor stress like moving, experiencing changes in household responsibilities, etc., at workplace, can add up to be as stressful as major traumatic events like a divorce or a disaster. Anxious neurotic people feel more stress. They are the empirical evidence across. The experience of feeling stress depends largely on cognitive process. As I said, S and R, cognitive process, how you process the information. That's your processing of the information. People's appraisal of events are very subjective and it's the effect of the appraisal, your evaluation. Okay, they're very subjective. So whether it's a subjective based or it's objective based. So try to be as much objective in your evaluation. If the objective evaluation is given beforehand, if parameters are defined, say for example, during this program, we are going to give the assignment, going to give the task, going to give to other format quiz maybe, and if we defined it beforehand, say for we defined beforehand, this is the way it will be given. These are the parameters on which this will be evaluated. Okay, so criteria become appraisal become an objective in nature. If that's kept with this criteria only and not shared with you beforehand, then that becomes subjective. And that subjectivity, you don't know the perspective of the other person in that case, and that can create some amount of stress. So from where it's coming? We often talk stress, and is stress is bad? If you ask me as a personally, is stress is bad? Maybe my answer would be no. Who told stress is bad? For me, let me tell you very frankly, stress is a very important thing to grow and move further in life. I love it. But then my stress level is not stress. That my stress level is known as the eustress. Eustress is a positive stress. Some amount of stress is required It's not stress, it's somehow stress is required to move. But from eustress, one move to the stress level, and from stress level is that when the further improvement is not there. Okay, you are not moving up the ladder. No, you stop at the ladder point. You go from the bottom to the ladder. All the steps you take up, that's become your eustress level up to, for some people up to, and then from stress we move to the distress. So the three categories of stress. Eustress is nothing but a positive stress. That amount of stress is required. If that stress is not there in the child, obviously child will not go to the school, will not appear for the examinations. But if that level is increased beyond the capacity, from beyond the right responses, then it becomes the stress. And then when performance starts declining, then see distress. There are four sources for this. Let's keep this in mind. And with this figure will tell you there are four sources to stress. Very important to understand. That is self, job, family, and community. When I say self, there are 5 components in self. That is your personality, your interest, your values, your experience, and your knowledge. The 5 components test. Again, I'm repeating, these 5 components are your personality. You're carrying some of us are carrying a stressful personality. You admit it, and I will prove it in my subsequent slide. And your personality, your values are your values, your interests are your interests, your experience is your experience, your knowledge is your knowledge. Okay, it varies from. And the second layer is the job. Job also have contribute in the stress. And the family while leave family behind, at times family also. And the community when I'm talking about your neighborhood, I'm talking about the club you are a member, the kitty group you are a member, the social also you are a member, the Gurdwara church, temple, whatever you are a member. So the responsibility back to the community. Okay, there are n number of examples, but time will not allow me. But if you like, sometime we can have a deliberation, long deliberation on this. Because this is my very favorite, which I conduct most of the time with the HR, the stress management program. The empirical research, global research, tell us 61% of stress the cause is not the job, not the family, not the community. It's you yourself. The person himself herself is the cause of stress. 61% stress comes from there. 19%, 19, come from the job. The family is 12%, and community 8%. So 61% coming from the self. So large amount of stress, the cause which affects the health of the person, which brings the anxiety in the person, nervousness in the person, is the cause of the self. Self is responsible, not there. Now let me take another 3-4 minutes, and give you one example of self. When I'm talking about self, say the other day, I left my campus. When I was leaving my campus, drive through with my car, I just saw 2 of my colleagues were standing on the coffee shop and gossiping. I just saw them while going outside the gate. The idea stuck to my mind. Why so? What they are doing? They may be planning something against me. The idea came to my mind. It's my idea, nobody can stop it. It's my thinking process, Oh, they must be planning something. But anyway, I had made a commitment with the wife. I will be back sharp at 6 or 7. So I drove. Next day, when I came, well-planned person with a full set of work to be done throughout the day, I planned every activity to be done. And the moment I entered the campus, fortunately, unfortunately, I again saw the 2 people standing under a tree and talking, the same 2 colleagues. Quickly, the thought went in that, oh, I saw them yesterday evening while leaving, and today again, they're together. They must be planning something dangerous. I think I have to set them right. Came to my chamber, sat in my office, and find difficult to concentrate on my today's job. Today, what to do? The list, my today list, there in front of me. but finding it difficult to concentrate because the idea up there, seeing them yesterday and today morning is affecting me. And I think first, let me put my all energy where? Energy to set them right. And I do mechanism. There are a couple of process I can do. Many times people do. They go to the CEO, take appointment with the CEO to discuss a file, not with the CEO, not with the head of the institution to discuss a file, just to discuss with them. Because they are the cause. So my job is the cause. Is it the job or self? It's you. You are the cause, not the job. And we look towards the job and put our energy over there. So this is very important to see. Job is most important variable which affects after the self, which can be revealed from my next slide to you. See this slide. There's a study done back in India, okay, on 30,000 young people of the age of 25 to 35 in 4 courses of the study, and they are different. Say, for example, if you live up to the age of 65, then your return on this investment of 65, you sleep approximately 22 years, some 20, some 24. Daily routine, cleaning, going to the toilet, taking bath, cleaning teeth, etc., combing. You're here, you spend 2.5 years of your life. In meal, you spend 5.5 years of your life. In commuting, and then say meal, is taking tea, coffee, lunch, breakfast, etc. Take all together, approximately you spend 5.5 years of your life out of the 65 years. Commuting, from, as I said, from the 4 big cities which have been taken. So commuting 5.5 years, commuting from work to the home to the work and back and forth. And it's day by day with the traffic problem so much on the road, this is time is increasing now. And work. That's the job in my second layer. Work is a place you spend 16 years of your life, most active time. Miscellaneous, 2.5, undefined, a personal discretion. And most of the people say personal discretion, the time for me to enjoy and relax will be after retirement. No, that's not personal discretion. Here means that introspection. For example, after this 2-hour session today, you have the right to think. What we did today, 1 hour, 2 hours, what we did, why we did it, all these things. That's your introspection. That's a personal discretion. And you spend 65 years. Out of 65 years, spend 11 years of that. So this is the entire journey. One can have, if one presume to live 65, we should live 80 or so, or it will change. Think over it. Why job becomes second important? Job is a creator. But a family also at times is a creator. That's why I give the second layer, not the third layer. Third layer put a family. So not spending much time. So let's have a little bit of activity. Let's have. Just see this slide. Let's read together. The following are the, which I'm going to show you. The following are the set of words that describe the way you behave most of the time. The words are given diagonally opposite with a distance of 8 points, like good and bad, active and passive. One say active, one say passive, for example. Your task is to identify the number describing your behavior. Sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 point distance is there between diagonally opposite words, which I'm going to show you. And your task, what you're doing, is to identify the number describing your behavior. Think about your behavior. Okay. Keep in mind my first 2 lines, that is, set of words which describe the way you behave most of the time. Not today at this moment, but more. Think about last 1 week, last 1 month or 2 months. Most days, how you behave. Think in that direction. So your task is to identify the number describing your behavior. For instance, if you are casual about appointments almost all the time taken, then identify the number 1. But if you are never late at all, identify the number 8. So casual appointment one side, never late the other side. Casual appointment starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Never late is 8. If you're never late at all, number is 8 for you. If you casual about the appointment most of the time you think, then put a number 1. Okay. If your behavior is in between these two extremes, 1 and 8, then identify the number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 based on the behavior pattern. You are the right person. If you are clear with my instruction, then I will request you to have a sheet of paper and pen and pencil. Write on the sheet of paper vertically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. The 7 word I'm going to show you. If one of you will write, you are ready on the chat. If you want, I will start. Write on a sheet of paper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So ready, great. Let's start. Think over it. Be honest to the self. Your honesty is important. Really, you want to see the picture. Then I will describe it after that. Be honest with the self. Think about you describe behavior you behave most of the time, not 100%, most of the time, maybe 70, 80, 90%. You think what you think. You are the evaluator. So my first question to you coming. Casual about appointments, never late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Choose a number which describe your behavior. Here is second question. Never feel rushed, even under pressure. Always rushed. Never feel rushed, even under pressure. Always rushed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are the best judge. Again, I'm saying you are the best person to. Not competitive. You very competitive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You decide. Not competitive, very competitive. Fourth one, take things one at a time. One side, 8 is try to do many things at once, think what I'm going to do next. What I'm going to do after the session. Then what after that? Is it like this? Or take things one at a time, take things and then move next. Fifth one, slow doing things. Other side, fast. For example, eating, walking. No time to eat the breakfast. Just take the breakfast while moving in your car or going to metro, take a metro. Slow doing things, fast. Sixth one, express feelings. Share your feelings. Express your feelings. Whether it's positive or negative. Sit on feelings. Will not share with anyone. Even if somebody will ask, what happened? Why are you looking tired? Why are you looking sad today? No, nothing. Sit on feelings. And last, many interests and other side, few interests outside work. My main interest is only my work, or my study, or maybe one more hobby, but many interests. I hope you answered all these 7 questions, sorry. Have you answered all the 7 questions? Just write
Yes.
on the chat, yes. Okay, so should we move further? So whatever the number you have given, just add on the 7 questions which you have answered, just add them. Whatever the total you get after adding 7 questions, please multiply it by a constant of 3. Say, for example, you got 30 multiplied by 3, which becomes 90. So suppose you get 40 After adding all 7, whatever you get 40, then multiplied by a constant of 3, it becomes 120. Okay, done. So whatever total you got it, after multiplying, just please put on the chat. I just want to see the values. Then I will explain it. 117. I'm just reading you what 57, 128, 90, 114, 102, 102, 123, anyone else who have not given, kindly just 2, then I will explain you. I presume everyone 114, let's see one more. Okay, so what this number means, you know. Here is the, I will explain you. If you are scoring between 120 and above, you are type A plus kind of personality. You are carrying by you the baggage of type A plus personality. If you are 106 to 119, you are type A. 100 to 105 are A minus. 90 to 99, B plus. Less than 90, B. In other sense, if you are scoring 99 and below, you are type B person. If you are scoring between 100 and above, A plus, A minus, there's the degree of A-ness. Okay. So if you are scoring 100 and above, you are type A person. So you know whether you are type A person or type B person. And what I saw, for me, it's a very good sign. I saw most of you fall into the category of, maybe 90 to 95% of you fall into the category of type A person. Okay. Now let me explain it. In terms of the stress, we were talking about the stress, you know, the real life stress which affects our health, you know, that behavior affects our health, bring anxiety, tension, helplessness, or maybe burnout at stage. So type A people, listen very carefully and don't get scared. I know some will be getting scared by listening to this statement of mine. Type A people are stress-prone people. So you are carrying a personality, which is 126, I see. So 126, A plus, yes. So type A are stress-prone people. I know. I can guess. I can't see your face at this moment, but I can guess. Not very happy. But I've not completed my sentence. Type A people are stressful people, but most successful people who go fast, who go up the ladder very fast, are the type A people. Most successful people who go pretty fast up the ladder in their career and success are the type A people. I can quote you 9 number of life cases. You may have seen many of the young CEOs these days. They're type A. Most successful people are the type A people. Still, I have not completed my sentence. Let me complete my sentence completely now and give the meaning. Type A people are stress-prone people. But the most successful people are type A people, provided they learn how to cope with the stress. Coping is important. Otherwise, stress, you know, the chronic health effects of the stress, continuous stress on the person. Okay, so type A, I wish, the moment I saw on the chat, I said, oh, it's a great group, you know, a large number of you are type A people. And this is for a healthy sign for me. Because I want to see each one of you to be very successful in your profession, but carrying with a happy mind, so that healthier you. That's our tagline. That's important. So let's go a little intricacies of this, what I've given you. I'll give you a little description. Further, what is type A behavior? Think over it. Are you like this? You will find answer. Mostly, I think, yes. These people, type A people who have 101, 120 definitely, 150 further, 126 definitely having this trait. That is always moving, walking, and eating rapidly. They are the type A people. They always think about you. Who score is 100 plus, 150, 160, 190, 140, 126. You're always moving, this person always moving and walking rapidly, eating rapidly. Feel impatient with the rate at which most events take place. They find why things are so slow. Why my internet is not working? So some problem going on, but they become restless because they can't tolerate. It's a 6 is the session time. Why not everyone 6? Because they feel impatient with the rate at which most events take place. They try to think 2 or more things simultaneously. Not one, 2 or 3. That's the personality type they are carrying. Cannot cope with leisure time. There's nothing like leisure time. Even they're going to hill station, they will put some book or something, some material, some proposal. Okay, we will, when we go to the hotel, check in the hotel, then in the night I will just read and quest the documents. I know RS is doing the same thing on and off. I hope you will agree with me. I saw his score was going to type A plus. Am I right, RS? Okay.
Absolutely. I was just laughing at that. Yeah.
And our successful number, it's not quality is important, but quantity is much more. I know what RS, what even I think, I want these coaches, would-be coaches, you people should be have a great knowledge, but then I have to increase the number also. I will be satisfied when my code will move to 30, 40 every time. It moves in that direction. So I want to create, we want to create. What's our motto over here in Bellamy, to create coaches, wellness coaches, who cater the need of the population across. So it's a time for us also to give to the society. So they are the people who are success with number. Success is measured in terms of how much of everything they acquire. How much? Number is important, but how much they acquire in that process. They are the type A people. Did you find this interpretation coming by your score right in that direction? Anyone? Yes or no, you can write, or what do you think just on the chat? So I should know where we stand. Here the description. Did you find this goes by your score? There are long tools also, but I just want to give you a little short tool just to tell you how stress we carry this type. Okay, let's see type B also. Type B, these people never suffer from a sense of time urgency with its accompanying impatience. Never. It's office time is 9. Anyway, we are reaching at 9:30. it's okay. But the type A will be restless. He or she will be restless, even getting late by 1 minute. 1 minute is not going to drop a bomb on the organization, but it's a type A. The people feel no need. This is one of the most basic difficulty with the type B people I've seen. Feel no need to display or discuss their achievement or accomplishment unless exposure is demanded by the situation. They go to the phase interview board, say for example, to present themselves with a good file having a lot of documents, achievements, certificates. And when they return back, you ask them, have you shown your document to the panelists over there, the experts over there, the interviewers over there? No, why? They have not asked. They never felt the need. But the moment you ask, then they will show you. But type A the other way around. Type A, you ask them one document to show, they will show you 10 more documents along with that. Not only one. That's a type A. Type B, mindlessly sitting in a couple of interviews, I saw that they're good, great. But at times they fail to. They play for fun. Type B play for fun and relaxation rather than to exert their security at any cost. If they're playing badminton or table tennis or any game, they're playing for fun. Tabola, they're playing for fun, not to prove they're superior. But type A, even if he or she is playing with a small child in the neighborhood, in the garden, will always have behind the mind to win and can relax without guilt. So they are the type B people. So in today's time, today's words, type A, the circumstances, the situation, the demand, the opportunities, the challenge expects you to be type A, but then provided you must learn how to cope with it. The upcoming steps. And stress and chronic illnesses. Many factors contribute to development of chronic illnesses in human beings. There are three major factors are biological factors, behavioral factors, and psychological factors. Like genetic predisposition to high blood pressure and high cholesterol, smoking, inactivity, and high fat diet, chronic psychological chronic stress, and personality styles that worsen the experience of stress. I hope you will agree with me. We cannot control biological factors. They are not in our hands. But psychological and specifically behavioral factors can be worked upon. We can control that. Once you work upon that, it will take care of the biological factors also. That is, again, I'm repeating, that is the slogan, that is tagline of WellM, that happier mind and healthier body, healthier you. So let's work at focus and guide our clients as a coaches to handle the behavioral and psychological factors, which they can. Don't put stress on the biological factor, that will take care, it's a relationship. Behavior response to stress. Coping refers to active effort to master. What I said, reduce or tolerate the demands created by stress, which can be positive or which can be negative also. So coping nothing but putting active efforts, put all the efforts, to reduce and tolerate the demand created by that stimulus. Okay? The stress, stimulus is perceived to be stressful. Negative coping mechanisms constitute three, that is giving up on oneself, passively accepting setbacks that might be dealt with effectively. This happen means happen, accepting it. Like learned helplessness, blaming oneself, why I have selected the wrong day to go to why I selected this path, why not have selected the other path? It's simple, And then having continuously negative self-talk, which will lead to depression. And ultimately, your stress and anxiety and burnout stage will come. The first set of adaptive coping mechanisms are your giving up to oneself. Raising your hand, oh, I can't do anything. Go on. Second, self-indulgence. That is eating, drinking, smoking, shopping, internet, pornography. Trying to solve problems by immersing yourself in short-term forms of satisfaction, immediately getting gratification, not waiting for the outcome. The third, using defensive coping, that is denial of reality, fantasy, isolation, undoing, overcompensation. Use the principle of self-deception. So there are three active coping mechanisms which not allowing the affected person to cope with the mechanism. And they are the factors in subsequent session will be discussed at length and practically some demonstration will be given by my colleague or if I will come in that. Work on that. Constructive coping mechanism is that confronting problems directly, not to sending it behind the under the carpet. Realistically appraisal situations. Recognize and inhibit disruptive emotional responses, ensuring your body is not especially vulnerable to stress by practicing healthy promoting behavior such as an active lifestyle, healthy eating, and seeking social connections. Very, very important social connections. Social network is the thing, I tell you. And if time will allow, I will just give you that example, how it works. I will talk on this again. Health action promotion approach, which is a two-layer model. That is, changing health-related behavior requires two separate processes that involve motivation and volition, respectively. First, an intention to change is developed, in part on the basis of self-beliefs, understanding, diagnosing self. And you will see subsequently when I think Rakesh will share with you our platform, we will talk about psychometric tool, which is self-diagnosis basically. That's the first step. The second is the change must be planned, initiated and maintained. And relapses must be managed. Big thing is relapses. Change will come, you'll find improvement, but relapse. So we have to control the relapses also. Self-regulation plays a critical role in these processes of planning, initiation, maintenance, and relapses. The health action approach is explicitly based on the assumption that two distinct phases need to be studied longitudinally over a period of time. So not leaving not a cross section, not you have your client, you discuss with your client once and twice, you leave it. You need to follow the client over a period of time to keep the positive impact moving further gradually. One phase that leads to a behavioral intention, and the other one, the action process approach, is the one that leads to actual behavior. The intentional behavioral change and the actual behavior. Particular social cognitive behaviors may play different role in two stages. Perceived self-efficacy is the only predictor that seems to be equally important in both your cognitive side, your thinking, channelizing it is the most important thing.
So Dr. Chadha,
yeah,
a comment or a question here that the previous slide is so important, that how to maintain the change behavior for sustainability. And I believe that in the subsequent sessions in the program, we are going to spend a lot of time on that aspect, isn't it?
Yeah, today's session is a global, we are giving it, no? Comprehensive,
Yeah.
Then we will pick up these elements and going to give talk on them. Each will be required about an hour or 2 hours, sessions on that. You will get the material also on that. Okay.
So this becomes a very, very important aspect from the coaching perspective, that how to sustain well-being of the people whom the coaches are coaching.
Yeah, That's why I said it's not a cross-section approach, it's a longitudinal approach. You know, cross-section will have one or two sections, longitudinal you carry on. One thing I said is initially also, when you're doing you're having a coaching relationship with the client, maybe for 4 sessions or 5 sessions, you could it will terminate over there, but psychological contact will continue after that also. It's not stopping. Like these participants, cohort 1 participants, they are with us for 4 months with the Bellam Academy. But their program is over in 4 months, but that dynamic, there and our relationship will discontinue. Our relationship, anything, any information required or something which we can share, help them to grow in the profession will always be available to them from us. Am I right? Okay.
Right.
Please. Okay. So health action approach is based on the intervention, that is pre-intentional, intentional, actional. That is risk and source communication, strategic planning, and relapse prevention. As I said, relapse is very important. And largely we have seen in the health area, the people recover it. They manage it with the intervention, but then relapse, then again fall back. The behavior again go to that kind of behavior which affects their health. So here, so preventing relapse is also actional action step in the process of correction. So this must be reminding you of our logo again, our tagline. Would you like to speak to yourself, our tagline? Happier mind and healthier view. Development of health impairing behaviors. That is another area to be focused. Health impairing behaviors creep up slowly. Many health impairing behaviors are quite pleasurable. Looks good. Most risk factors of health impairing behaviors are a long way off. That will take. People underestimate how the behavior will affect them and overestimate their effect on others. Promoting health. For promoting health, some behaviors that help to reduce the negative health effects of chronic stresses include some. I'm giving you not the exhaustive list. You know, address the stresses, don't avoid them. Soothe the emotions, increase one's sense of control over stressors. Exchange optimism for pessimism. Shift it over there. Get social support network, which is very essential. Aerobic exercise, relaxation and meditation, participation in communities of faith, alternative medicine. So these are the other which can help you reduce the negative effect on the health of the chronic continuous stress effects. Promoting health, seeking social support, having close relations. This slide is very important. I think please keep in mind, which really will help you for you as well as for the client if you're going to start your coaching, you know, with us or at your own level. You know. That is having close relationship associated with improved health, immune functioning, and longevity. Close relationship. Social support, including from pets, provides a calming effect that reduces blood pressure, stress, hormones. It's not unconscious saying this thing. There's empirical evidence. If the material which we are sharing, I think Leher must have shared the material by you, reading material, to find the all scientific research-based evidences in that material. Okay. Confining in others help manage painful feelings. Laughter helps too. That's also laughter is a very important thing. There's one essential. The sense of humor on the part of the coach is a very essential quality, one of the quality which I will talk about the quality, you know, when at the end of the program, you know, going to the 9th number module, I will be talking on that. So social support. Let me give you a very small example from this, you know. About few years back, I've done a lot of work in the area of aging with the old age people, you know, member of the policy for senior citizen of the country, you know. Then the Indian people, the participant from India, you must be knowing the Maneka Gandhi. She was that time the Minister of Empowerment, Women Empowerment. So we worked on that. And one of the study which we have done along with the All India Medical Institute is very interesting. I think that will give you a kick why I'm stressing so much stress. We identified 170 elderly people who had been spending about 700 to 1,000 rupees on medicine every month. The medicine expenditure was going to 700 to 1,000 rupees on their health, BP, sugar, arthritis, etc. So on and so forth. 170 were identified, and they were put to a social network site at Rana Pratap Bagh, the best part of the Delhi. And 3 months intervention were done. What intervention? Very simple. They were made a member of a club known as Dil Khush Sabha, Happy Heart Society, which they formulated. So they used to come in. It was not compulsion for them to come over there, but a choice there whenever they want to come. Every day you used to sit in the center park from 5 to 7, 5 to 8, and gossip. With one objective only, no one is going to talk about any of the problem faced at the family level, at the community level. They will come and cut jokes. Sometimes they were cutting jokes, which was, for me, they were of the age of my father, I find very difficult to sit with them to listen to jokes. So the theme of the intervention was continued. And the faculty from the All India Medical Institute, one of the leading institutes of the country, they have diagnosed them, they find they have the health problem which requires the medicine to be taken. And the perception of health was changed. So the physical health remained as it is, but how they perceive their health compared to other people got changed due to the interventions. We did talk about this in different steps over there. And after 3 months that they were examined, you will be surprised to know that, which was very surprising experience for the ICMR, India Council of Medical Research, who were funding this success to us, that the medical expenditure has been reduced from 100 to 300, from 700 to 1,000, which they have been spending. No, expenditure has been reduced to 100 on an average, 100 to 300 expenditure. Is it that their health get improved? No. But the perception gets changed. No, they have been not complaining that their health is poorer than the health of other people of their age. They say, oh, this is BP, blood pressure is a part of life. Why to bother for these? Why to have medicine for this? So they change their perception about physical health and remain actually, perception has been changed because they have a very strong network of people to gossip, to talk, to cut jokes, and so on and so forth. So that's the power. So network can come from many sources. Network can come from your even service provider. Your service provider can be your networking. Your co-workers can be networking. Your neighborhood can be networking. Your relationship can be, your relatives can be networking. So if your network is bigger one, the larger networking there, networking will help you basically to manage many of the, but then keep in mind that not to talk about the negativity over there, to talk about the positivity relationships over there. So stress management. So this is not a topic, so I'm just giving a little flavor of this. Encourage each other, like the example which I will. Meditation, the power of stillness and silence. Practice positive thinking. If I can do one step at a time, I can get this done. One step will add. This will help make our customer experience easier, better. As a coach, perform creative tasks during the break, finger painting, sketching, listening, playing music, blah, 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 kind of small activity which will help. These are the activity which really help in managing, forgetting more stress and concentrating to the positivity of the positive things in life. So the divergent model of the healthcare is illness is one side, wellness is moved. So we are moving from the illness model to the wellness model now, wellness paradigm. Human life will never be understood unless its highest aspirations are taken into account. Growth, self-actualization, the striving towards health, the quest for identity, autonomy, the yearning for excellence, and of other ways of facing the striving upward movement must be accepted beyond question as a widespread and perhaps universal human tendency. Maslow, the father of the need hierarchy of self-actualization, start thinking, start going in that very direction. Wellness psychology talk about, no, we don't talk about the clinical psychology, we talk about the positive psychology, the wellness psychology. That is, confirmation, self-defeating beliefs and destructive lifestyle behavior are enabled us to understand the cause-effect relationship that contribute to disease, dysfunctional living, and premature death. In our knowledge, we have progressed from the treatment and prevention of disease to the health and wellness of living. So this is strong punchline, you must take it. We have progressed, we have changed now from the treatment and prevention of the disease to the health and wellness of living. Spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, social factors that enhance our well-being have been validated empirically. Meaningful lifestyle, realistic and rational thinking, a positive attitude, regular exercise. So these things will be in the subsequent program, you will be getting all these things. Nutritional eating, satisfying work, leisure, and interpersonal relationships are dimensions for improving the quality of living and extending the length of life. With the sole motto, sole purpose is that the key to adding life to our years and years to our life is self-responsibility. It's a self-responsibility of the individual. That is, taking responsibility for self-care and lifestyle choices. Okay, which is a very favorite case we'll talk about the parameters. There are 8 dimensions of wellness, starting with occupational, physical, intellectual, environmental, emotional, financial, social, and spiritual. These are 8 dimensions will constitute the end product of the wellness psychology. That is, occupation, finding personal satisfaction in enrichment in one's work. Physical, acknowledging the importance of physical activity, nutrition, and sleep. Recognizing intellectual, recognizing creative ability, and finding ways to expand knowledge and skills. Environmental, maintaining good health by occupying pleasant, stimulating environment that supports well-being. Emotional, coping effectively with life and creating satisfying relationships. Financial, feeling satisfied with current and future financial situations. Social, develop a sense of connection and belonging and support with others. And spiritual, discovering a sense of purpose and meaning in life. They are the 8 dimensions. Need to work, need to keep an eye on that, and they will help you to develop a wellness, healthy of you. Now, developmentally inclusive wellness, no individual is too old or too young. Okay, there's no age, you can start any age. No individual is too old or too young to learn new ideas or behavior, and is doing to so improve some aspects of their life. This will come very often. Sometimes you find some clients, which I experienced many times, they are 60, 70. What is left, Dr. Chadha, in life? No, I'm already 60, No, my days are numbered, I think maybe another 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. No, you have to just tell them any time, any age. One can, and that's required for the well-being of your health, better health. When the better health, you have wealth, I say, is a better health, as I said, in my personal case, I spend only not more than 10,000 in 67-year life. That means, where that money? I save money not for me. I save that money for my family, for the welfare of my family, for the welfare of my society. I give them that social work, to help people to grow, to take advantage of that. So it's not only health, you are contributing, making even family and the situation, environment around you very strong and healthy in that process. However, sound health practice cannot begin in adult age, since by this time much damage may have already been done, but still you can recover it. The traits of wellness naturally unfold early in life and continue throughout the lifespan when they are nurtured. Characteristics such as sense of humor, an optimistic, trusting attitude, physical activity, or living in the present moment are all characteristics of healthy children and can contribute to our well-being until the end of life. Reminding you again with our objective and motto, let's Let me see that. So wellness. Let's see the difference between coaching and this is coaching and counseling and coaching. Coaching is about overcoming weaknesses. Often focuses on what we are not doing well. This is counseling. But your approach will not be coaching. Your approach will be not be counseling. Sorry, your approach will be coaching. That is about building strength. Okay, spending time working on enhancing strength. That means your approach will be proactive in nature, not reactive in nature. It's not the problems come and then the problem. That's the problem of the we used to that's the shift come from the abnormal psychology or clinical psychology to the positive psychology. Positive, we talk about coaching. Coaching means picking a healthier person and making him much more building his or her strength, making him or her preparing him for the future. The challenges of the future which may come, you're making him aware or helping him to cope with that in advance. So have a very proactive kind of before the problem comes, already you have the solution. You handle it. Wellness counseling themes are striving for wellness and well-being, unity of all dimensions of money, distance, concern for both quality and longevity of life, personal orientation rather than disease orientation, cross-culture universal quality, sensitive to context, personal responsibility and self-care, proactive rather than reactive, which I said earlier. Skills of a wellness coach, counselor. That is, wellness counselors work with a number of individuals to ensure that communities have access to the services they need. So networking is very important. So whatever part of the country you are there, what is the part of the world you are there, so networking is very, very important, which you need to develop it. That one of the have been recommended by a wellness psychology parameter. Strong analytical skills, ability to collect and manage large amounts of data, teaching skills, interpersonal skills, effective problem solving abilities, writing skills, strong verbal communication. Here the parameter I'm putting in front of you, but we will take these parameters subsequently in as you progress with us in the program. Health and wellness coach. Health and wellness coaches facilitate a partnership and change process that enables clients to change their mindset and develop and sustain behavior, sustainability. Proven to improve health and well-being, going beyond what they have been able to do by themselves. Clear? Again, I'm repeating slide more. Health and well-being coaches facilitate partnership and change process that enables clients to change their mindset and develop and sustain behavior, proven to improve health and well-being, going beyond what they have been able to do by themselves. Work of health and well-being coaches include serving as a wellness role model. Okay, keep in mind. Okay, you are coming in that. You're starting a journey in that side. Apart from what else you are doing it, maybe an addition to what you are doing it. Enabling a holistic and personalized integration of multiple lifestyle areas, facilitating the gain of lifestyle knowledge and skills just in time when it's needed, facilitating the building of psychological resources that enables lasting change, sustainability change, facilitating a process of change, connecting to other sources and professional experts as needed or desired. Okay? So your responsibility not only with the client, one-to-one with the client, but going beyond that. That's the approach. So there are 4 competencies of a coach. That is delivering a growth, promoting a relationship with the first competency, that build rapport, trust, and connection through deep, lasting, and empathy. Create coaching presence that demonstrates affirmation, authenticity, courage, humor, and gist. Maintain a coaching mindset of partner and ally, not top-down expert or treatment provider, in order to build autonomy and personal responsibility. Generate new thinking, insight, perspective, mindset through open and appreciative inquiry and reflection. That is first competency. The second competency of the wellness coach is eliciting self-motivation. Have purpose for optimal wellness, increase hope and optimism by a vision and realistic plan of lifestyle behavior improvement. This again, the responsible competency that the wellness coach need to develop, eliciting self-motivation. And the third competency, developing the capacity to change. That means increase self-efficacy around sustainable lifestyle change and generate positive emotions, resilience, capacity to bounce back, and capacity to change, feedback, taking today's setbacks as the opportunity for tomorrow. That needs to be understood by the wellness coach. And the last competency of the wellness coach is, fourth one, facilitating a process of change. That is, facilitate a step-by change process, including methods for experimenting with new behaviors and tracking outcomes and adoption of new behaviors. So, assess the measurement, assess the process in that, strategize through barriers and navigate through challenges to change, harvesting the lessons and bouncing back quickly from the setback. Essential. And I wish maybe I will talk to RSPU, maybe we can have one hour session. I don't mind taking some of the time in between also the participants to give them the training on the how to develop the resilience. What are the factors which affect the resilience? How to develop resilience is very important, because at times in the process, coaching or counseling process, many times the frustration will come to the coaches that the things are not going that direction. The withdrawal comes. How to overcome the withdrawal is very essential. So these are the four competencies where you must keep in mind, which you start developing with us now. We will develop we will help you develop in the process also. But you have to put your effort. We will just giving a kind of direction to you. We will love it. We will be more satisfied once we find our coaches have developed all these competencies and thriving, aspiring in the world of coaching, wellness coaching. So with this, I will stop it over here. But last slide is your assignment, which I'm giving it to you. Take about 10 days time. We are giving you 10 days of 12 June, I would say. Just write in 750 words the highlights of the learning from this session only, what you learned from this session, because what we have done it. Then also write this application in 250 words in relation to handling clients for wellness coaching. How this can help you is application perspective for the wellness coach. Apply your thought process, over there. Start the journey with us, and then we'll work together. With this, I think I will stop it over here if you allow me, and hope this will be helpful to you, because I'm another. If you have any specific question, I can answer it. Otherwise, we are available all the time to you. You can put on the lab. You will be forming that WhatsApp group now of all the participants, and then you can put the question, and we will just answer those questions or queries of yours wherever they are.
So the participant group is already created today. We will be adding the faculty today after this session.
Okay, RS, I can hand over to you if you want to say something.
Yes, I will take 5 to 10 minutes more.
Okay.
But it was very useful session, Dr. Chadha. In fact, I was thinking that the personality type can be an inbuilt piece, in the practice, and it can give some interesting insights to the coaches on way forward, and we can enable that technologically also with our app.
Yeah.
But all in all, excellent. Any last minute questions you have for Dr. Chadha, or is he good to go? Great.
Okay, thank you. Then in that case, if you allow me, then I will leave. And tomorrow, it's my first grandchild. It's a birthday tomorrow, so it's a big party over here. That's reason tomorrow I may not be joining, but I will see if I can find time. I will try to join send me the link. I will try to join maybe for 15-20 minutes in between, if time will permit me. Otherwise, good luck. But I love to join also. Okay. So with the permission, can I leave now?
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Chadha. And others, please continue. We'll take maybe 10 minutes.
Somebody asked me, will we get a copy of the presentation? Yes, you will get the copy of the presentation. Okay. Even recording also will be available to you. But still, we expect you to be present every time in every webinar. But this all presentation will be added. If you need any more information from material beyond that, please don't shy. Just write to Leher or anyone, Shivi or Rakeshji, or to me, we will give you that answer.
So, sir, there are questions coming in. Is it okay if we take one or two of them?
Yeah. Only I can say, is it possible to modify personality? My answer is yes, with behavior modification. That's the job which we have been doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. If time will permit, Anjali will be interested. You people will, then we can have some session on behavior modifications also. Personality, but we'll pick some parameter and then show you how it's modified. But then you have to put an effort with us. We will tell you the steps, but you have to put your effort yourself. And then you can evaluate also whether the change has come or not. If the change has not come, how to make a change. We can. Okay, that's not a problem.
That was the one question we had. Yes.
I'm also open a chat. I'm also looking if there's any question I can pick up from there. But thanks for giving your evening to us. And I would like to say congratulations to all of you. You are the pioneer. You are the first cohort with the Vellum. And you are our master. Am I right, Rakesh? No, they are our master. They have to carry on further.
Yes, indeed. So thank you, Dr. Chadha, and congratulations. Have a great time tomorrow.
Thank you. I will see if I can join for 10-15 minutes.
Yes,
okay.
You would be most welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving now.
Yes. So I just wanted to brief you people about tomorrow. So tomorrow is a day where we will keep our cameras on. So and we'll keep it on for the whole session. And tomorrow is a day where we need to know each other a bit better. So we'll spend time around that. Maybe we'll play some game around the screen to have a better understanding about each other. The second piece, which is very important, as I mentioned earlier, is to understand the expectations which are around this program. So do reflect on that what is it that you would like to take away from this investment of yours for 60 hours from this program. How can be you a better you as a coach or any other dimension? What you expect from the faculty? What can faculty expect from you? Because it's a two-way process, and I would also be putting down certain pointers around that. And then, we will have kind of an agreement, well, this is the way to go. And life is full of uncertainties. And in case you see that, okay, something needs to be tweaked, something needs to be realigned, we would be open to that. So that this program is a co-creation between all the participants, and say around 20 people, 20 of us. And a few people might join tomorrow as well. The third thing what we'll do is that we'll give you a peek view on the science of nature, what you can expect around that. Of course, we have a full-fledged section around it, and Raman would be here, to talk about it. We'll also talk about how can we equip you with certain very interesting assessments which can be done on the digital platform. And the beauty of those assessments would be that it will give you some very, very good insights about the client. In fact, today's takeaway from me is that about the personality types, why not we inbuild that into our tech platform, so that, you know, when you're taking a coaching session, you have a better understanding, better insight on your client's behavioral pattern, that what segment or which side that person is. So likewise, you know, I'll introduce you to a couple of sessions, just give you a peek view, but details will come later. And also you will get an understanding about the technology platform which can work in your favor, which can work with you, which you can use to facilitate and you know, enhance your practices, whatever you're doing. Meaning that how can you add more value to the life of your clients? We'll also be talking about creation of community and network, you know, of the clients, so that, you know, you can, in a non-intrusive manner, help your clients to remain on that path where, you know, you have helped them to change certain behaviors, and how can they continue on that path and maybe improve as well, you know, over a period of time. So these are certain aspects, you know, we'll be talking about tomorrow. I think the most important area would be, and I'm very excited about that, to have an intro and understanding of this cohort. You know, we should know each other, and Leher has already formed a group. So we're looking forward to listen to the chatter around that. So this in a nutshell, what we're going to do tomorrow. Again, this is part of the contractual framework. And from the next week, then we get into the deep dive mode, wherein, you know, for example, like Dr. Chadha mentioned, that can we change the personality type? How can we help a person, you know, who's like a person like me, who's A+, how can I have a better coping mechanism while keeping that A+, at the same time, you know, bringing that coping mechanism in my life, so that, you know, I'm a better disciplined but action-oriented person. So all those aspects, you know, we'll be taking a deep dive on that. But before we conclude, I would request Leher, can you please share with all the participants the various admin aspects, how this program, you know, would be conducted, about the recordings, about you know, assignments, where they have to be given or uploaded, about the tests, etc., if there's anything in your mind. And to introduce Leher is you know, the lifeline of this program. She has been instrumental in putting it together, and I'm truly thankful to her, of course, along with the other teammates out here, but she is the person to go in case you need anything, you know, any questions what you may have. And of course, she's part of the WhatsApp group as well. And later on, you know, when we start forming our community of coaches on the app, you know, we'll be forming that community, and we would see that it expands, you know, globally. So Leher, why not you take over and take us through with all the admin stuff.
Thank you, RS, and thank you everyone for joining. So just some basic points, and I think it's good that we discuss them right now. So everyone, I think, was able to get onto the online learning platform and access this meeting. So similarly, for all of the future upcoming sessions, they'll be available on your homepage whenever you log in to your online learning platform at wellnesscourses.knowledge.com. Secondly, all of your assignments will be uploaded on the platform as well. So when you do preview course or view course, you should be able to see the assignments as and when they're uploaded. So every time a new assignment or new section is unlocked, you will be receiving an email that had been registered to access the platform. And everything that you need is basically on that platform. And if you have any questions, any queries, you can definitely post them on the WhatsApp group, and we'll be here to answer them. Unless anything else, then we can definitely touch base on that whenever required. Yeah.
There is a question from
Right.
Shivi, I believe.
So does anyone need a walkthrough on how to use the learning platform? If yes, then we can have a quick walkthrough. Okay, someone says yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Leher, I think.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So what we'll do is I will share my screen, and then we can.
And I must, while Leher is setting it up, I must thank all of you to be here, and especially, a guest from US. And of course, tomorrow we are going to see each other and talk to each other, but special welcome to all of you. Also, tomorrow we will start at 9 a.m. Eastern time in US, and for India, it will be 6:30 p.m. India Standard Time.
So I'm having some network constraint. Just 1 minute, and I'll just have access to the platform.
So are the people from US, are you people from the Eastern time zone, or is there any other time zone present here? Can you please type on the chat box maybe? If someone is not from the Eastern time zone? Central, okay. Janet.
Yes.
Great. So that is half an hour hour difference. That means for you it will be 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
Great. And is the morning time good on Saturday, Sunday?
Yes, it actually works perfectly.
Wonderful.
So it seems that we'll be able to do it tomorrow in the first half, because I'm having some technical issue, and that might take 10 to 15 minutes to resolve.
Fine,
So I hope that's okay.
Yeah, we'll have time tomorrow, so we can do that at appropriate time.
Yes. So tomorrow we'll take everyone and give them like an overview of the platform, where they can find their assessments, content, how it's uploaded. And yeah, in case any issues, then please leave a message on WhatsApp and we'll address them as and when they pop up.
Fantastic. So 3 cheers for today, and looking forward to see you tomorrow.
Great, thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. See you, everyone.
Thank you. Good day and good night.
Good night.